Hello, adventurers and illustrators. I am your host, Bettimus, and in this video, I'll be continuing my cocktail themed dragons. In honor of the best time of the year, that spooky time of the year, this dragon will be designed after the witch's heart cocktail. Probably made obvious by the hat she wears. This cocktail is just so on another level. Look at it! I just had to make this dragon just as mysterious and mesmerizing, with a bit of mischief sprinkled in. Oh, don't forget some sass as well. So I ain't gonna lie, from this point on, there is no script, mainly because I'm terrible at writing them, and when I read them out, it feels so cringe. So I'ma wing it and kind of talk whenever I feel like talking. Is that the right way to say it? Necessary, that's the word. I'll only be speaking when I feel it's necessary. But I guess also when I feel like it. Yeah. Well, moving on to the dragon. There's gonna be a lot of heart-shaped elements to this dragon because not only is the cocktail witch's heart, one of the main fruits on this cocktail is the strawberry itself, which from the images I've seen are very much cut into heart shapes, or the way it's cut and then placed, it looks like a heart. So I'm gonna play around with that a lot. And then it looks like, I think it's blackberries. I don't know, the little beady, that beady fruit. Pretty sure it's blackberries, but I'm gonna use that beady design throughout the dragon, and you'll see it here and there, used as chains for jewelry and whatnot. The toothpick will also be incorporated by ways of the spikes on this dragon. Oh, you'll probably even notice on the wings, those slender, thin spikes protruding from the dragon. On the tail, I'm gonna straight up just impale the fruit on the tail, just like the toothpick in the image. And in case you haven't noticed, yes, the dragon's hands are floating. There's no arm, and that's because I'm going to be using some paint later on, acrylic paint, to recreate that smoke that seems to be so iconic of the witch's heart cocktail. Woo! Watch my hands zoom for the painting. If I remember correctly, I fast forward this painting, if not by 8 times the speed, then 16 times the speed. It has to be 8. But yes, painting takes quite a long time because I gotta wait between layers for the paint to dry. And then I have to be careful around big areas. I try to divide them up into chunks, but I will admit I tend to forget sometimes, and I keep going and I notice my mistakes. That's alright, because it's all part of the learning process. I can't let a little mistake stop me from finishing. Just kind of like how trying to write a script makes me stop from finishing the video. Watercolor does come on really thinly, so it does take those many layers, and like I mentioned earlier, you gotta wait for the paint to dry before you put in the next layer. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but you may notice at some points I kind of just go over with the brush and there's no paint. I'm just putting water down, a thin layer of water, so that the paint can mix better. It does keep the paint wet for a longer period, but it helps with blending. So it's kind of like a give and take situation. Longer to dry, but a better blending color technique. So the cocktail itself is a super rich purple, and I'm trying to get that rich purple, but I'm also including obviously other colors from the fruit, a sort of reddish orange for the wings and all the other extra membrane of the dragon, and that black from the blackberry. So where did the blue hat come from? I can give you a BS answer like, oh, I'm using blue to color underneath the blackberries before I go in with black. But no, yeah, that'd be true actually. I did want a contrasting color from the whole thing. And since I was using blue for under the blackberries, honestly, it almost seemed like an obvious choice to me. And the underside, I wanted to go with a light color. I was almost going to do yellow or orange, one of those. But then, like, my brain was like, nope, nope, don't do it, because, like, people are going to be like, oh, look, Spyro. And I was not going for that look. Love the dragon, but I don't want this dragon to give off Spyro vibes. Remember, I wanted her sassy, mysterious, and all the other words I said. Yeah. Like, if I was a dragon, I would hella want to be this dragon. That's it. This is my dragon Sona. I fooled you all. Y'all thought I was doing another install in the Dragon Cocktail series. Well, this is my dragon Sona. Maybe. And now for the grand finale. I wanted to make it heart-shaped because Doi, the name. And that's pretty much it. No, but that was pretty much it. It'd be done dealio. But yeah, I added a couple colors, not just the pink, because I wanted to create that splatter bleed effect again. It's one of my favorite effects to make. Add a little bit of color to the rims of the glass, some splatter. Oh, right. And add that little sheen on the beads, on the blackberry beads. Oh my god, my hand hurt after this. It looks pretty much effortless because it's so fast forward, but that took a long time, you guys. Oh, I lied. Background wasn't the grand finale. The smoke! I almost forgot about the smoke. I have to use acrylic for this one so that it paints over all the watercolor. And I wanted it to be able to show against like the white parts of the background. Oh, right. I wanted to separate the rim of the glass. Here, and on top of that acrylic, I do the purple swirls, just so that you can see it better. And pretty much there you go. You know what? This wasn't so bad, just kind of talking into the mic. I might do this more often. Maybe you guys can help by asking some questions and I can answer them in the next video or video after. Future videos. At this point, let me remind you guys to please leave a like. Hey, follow if you haven't. Wouldn't hurt, right? I'll leave a link in the descriptions to my Patreon and all my other social medias. And I think that's about it. Well, thanks for watching. Adventurers, illustrators, and coffee lovers, stay cozy.